Attention, Philadelphia Eagles fans, get ready for a twist that's shaking up the NFL behind the scenes. But before we dive into it, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any breaking news about your favorite team. We're here every day bringing you everything about the Eagles. Today's news is making waves around the NFL, and I promise what I'm about to share could shake up the entire offseason. We're talking about a potential blockbuster trade that could redefine the Eagles' wide receiver core and set the stage for an even more explosive 2025 season. The Eagles are still a powerhouse, but could they be eyeing Chris Olave as their third wide receiver? The Philadelphia Eagles are the reigning Super Bowl champions, but the roster that beat the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 59 has seen major changes. The defense lost key players due to trades and free agency. Even so, the offense remains electric, with Jalen Hurts under center and Saquon Barkley taking on a heavy workload, running the ball 30 times a game. Despite the roster turnover, the Eagles are still widely regarded as one of the best teams in the NFL by both analysts and fans. A big reason for that is the elite wide receiver duo of A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, who, even in what many labeled a non-passing offense, combined for 119 yards and 15 touchdowns last season. However, some believe there's still a missing piece, a reliable third wide receiver. And interestingly, the Eagles didn't address that need with any of their 10 picks in this year's NFL draft. That's where a bold speculation comes in. A website has suggested that Chris Olave of the New Orleans Saints could be the ideal fit for that WR3 role. There's no question, Olave would be a luxury addition at WR3. But how could this actually happen? The Saints are heading into a murky 2025 season, and the hiring of former Eagles offensive coordinator Kellen Moore as their new head coach could open the door to change. In theory, a trade isn't out of the question. On the other hand, it's hard to see how giving up one of their few stars helps New Orleans climb out of this uncertainty. Olave, the 11th overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, has dealt with injuries throughout his career, including multiple concussions that limited him to just 8 games in 2024. Even so, he remains one of the most talented young receivers in the league, with back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, including a career-high 1,123 yards and 5 touchdowns last year. A move to a championship-caliber team like the Eagles would certainly appeal to Olave, especially with the chance to play alongside Brown and Smith. But of course, that decision isn't his to make. For the Eagles, acquiring Olave would be a clear signal that they're not just aiming to repeat as champions. They're trying to build a dynasty. Still, the cost of a potential trade could be steep, and some question whether it's the smartest use of resources for a team that still has defensive needs and looming contract extensions. That said, few general managers are as aggressive and creative as Howie Roseman when it comes to capitalizing on a championship window. If there's a GM willing to make a bold move, Philadelphia has him. But for this to happen, the Saints would have to make a highly questionable decision. And honestly, it doesn't look like they're going to make that mistake. Announcement, rumors were swirling that the Eagles might open the season against either the Chicago Bears or the Cowboys. Now it's confirmed. 2 of the NFC's biggest powerhouses will clash in a season opener that promises fireworks. Even though we still have about 4 months until kickoff, anticipation for the matchup has already taken over social media and betting tables. Fans on both sides are pumped, and in many cases, already placing bold bets on the outcome. One of the people who spoke about the matchup is Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, who shared his excitement during an interview with 96.7 The Ticket, as reported by Todd Archer of ESPN NFL Nation. For the second time in his career, Prescott will open the season against the defending Super Bowl champions, Archer noted. "I'm excited to kick things off against the reigning Super Bowl champs," said Dak. Prescott missed most of the 2024 season due to injury, but expectations are that he'll be back under center in Week 1, unless something unexpected happens during the offseason. After a rough 2024 for the Cowboys, the 2025 season kicks off with a major challenge against the champs. The stage is set. The countdown has already begun. Is this just a tease for this thrilling matchup? Prescott is coming off a tough season, with injuries and underperformance. but everything indicates that he will be back in Week 1. As for the Eagles, well, they will have one of the toughest schedules in the NFL this year, facing 11 teams that made the playoffs in 2024. But make no mistake, the Philadelphia team is ready for war. And this first duel will be a true clash of the Titans. Who will deliver the first blow of the season? Hey, Eagles fans, do you think Dak Prescott is underestimating us or just trying to convince himself that he has a chance at Lincoln Financial Field? Comment below. Will we start the season with a dominant victory over the Cowboys, or will this matchup be tougher than it looks? We want to hear your thoughts, as the rivalry promises to heat up in Week 1. Tell me, Raiders fan, what do you have to say about this news? Leave your opinion here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, but I'll be back later to update you with the latest Eagles news.